It was perhaps
Merhaba arkadaşlar. Bugün sizlerle beraber
Stanley
Stanley
stepped
Parable
through the open
oynayacağız.
door.
Evet, şimdi açık kapıdan adımımızı atmamızı istiyor. Attım.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before
Tam
him.
rahattık
This
arkadaşlar.
was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley
Ve Stanley
was
mutluydu.
happy.
Burada zaten mutlu olmuş. Hadi bakalım, ne yapacağız? Gene mi başa döndük? Bakın arkadaşlar, bak odaya iyi bakın. Bu odayı hatırlayacaksınız galiba.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Hangi kapıdan gideceğiz lan? Bu kapıdan mı gidiyor olmalı lan? Kapı. Arkadaşlar. Geçelim. Gene mi aynı yer? Yeter.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ben eskiden de bu oyunu oynamıştım. Sağa girmiştim
Yet
bir
there
kere.
was not a single
Tam
person
tersini
here
yapmıştım
either.
arkadaşlar.
Feeling a wave
Bana
of
çok kötü
disbelief,
bir ceza
Stanley
verdi.
decided to go up to his
Girelim.
boss's office.
Ben hep buraya
Stanley
girelim.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a
Yukarı
staircase,
çıkalım.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Burası. Arkadaş, niye kapalı burası?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
Şuraya bakın,
human
burada bir
life.
şey olmalı.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who
Bu ne?
orchestrated this. What dark
Arkadaşlar,
secret
gördünüz
was
mü?
being held from him?
Bana ne
What he could
yapacağız
not
ki?
have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk
Şeyler
guarded the
yiyeceğim.
terrible truth that his
Altı,
boss had been
sekiz.
keeping from him. And so the boss had
yanlışmış
assigned it
arkadaşlar.
an extra secret
28.45.
pin number.
Girelim bakalım.
2845.
28.
But of course, Stanley couldn't
40.
possibly have
Ay,
known this.
of olmadı. 28. 45.
Yet
Sonunda.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Girelim bakalım.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yine aynı yer arkadaşlar. Yarararan. Burayı biliyoruz. Buradan ilerleyeceğiz.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Bu yazıyı
Mind
okumamız lazım
Control
arkadaşlar.
Facility.
Gidiyorum bakalım. Bakın. Ne
Although
yazıyor?
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
Bölüm varmış
Stanley would meet
arkadaşlar.
his
Ben hiç
private
buradan
boss.
gitmedim.
Stanley thought better of it
Ve
and
gitmeyeceğim.
realized he simply had too much to live for.
Bir kez gideriz belki. Aynen. Yorumlarda git yazarsanız eğer. Giderim.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Arkadaşlar 100 aboneye ulaşırsak eğer yeni videoların devamı gelecek.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
Bu
nature
arkadaşlar
revealed.
427'ye
Each bore
iyi
the number
bakın.
of an employee in the
Bizim
building.
odanın aynısı
Stanley's
arkadaşlar.
co-workers.
Gördünüz
The
mü?
lives of so many individuals reduced to
İşte.
images on a screen. And
Odanın tam
Stanley,
aynısı.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Güzel. Gir hemen çık. Gir hemen çık. Aa!
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Basıyorum. Arkadaşlar hazır mısınız? Basıyorum Allah'a. Çok korkuyorum.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Bitmişti bence arkadaşlar.
Yes.
Zahmet bitti ya kardeşim.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was
evet arkadaşlar, galiba bir bölümü bitirdik.
Stanley
İkinci bölüm için 100 abone lazım. Evet. 100 abone sonra ikinci bölümde devamı gelecek arkadaşlar.
The immense possibility of the new path before him.
Burayı da bitirelim.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And
Stanley mutluydu. Evet arkadaşlar, birinci bölüm bitti. İkinci bölümün devamı gelecek. Herkese görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.